Peace and blessings. My name is Cinnamon, and today is Friday, November the 24th. So, yes, yesterday was Thanksgiving. I hope you all enjoyed it. Today, I will be doing a reading for Libra. Libra, this horoscope reading is for this upcoming waning phase, which begins November the 27th and goes through to December the 12th. As we get closer and closer to the end of the year, I'm going to try to give you as much advice and preparation so that you can start your new year out great. Hopefully we all will have great 2024. It'll be like maybe one of the best years. We're gonna make it. So I know there's a lot going on in the world, but we have the power to change what's going on in our own lives every day. We have the choice, so it's up to us. So on the 27th, we have a full moon in Gemini. So that's what starts this upcoming waning phase. And with the full moon in Gemini, it is important that we are all watching our words. Our words have such power, and it can, bring good energy to you, or it can bring a lot of stress and heartache. So with this waning phase coming up, be very conscious of what you are saying, what you are putting out on social media, all of that, because it is energy, and what you put out, it comes back, believe me. So be very aware of your words, because during the waning phase, this is the time when we need to be getting rid of negative energy, not creating it. So definitely be careful of conversations and what you're saying to people and what people are saying to you. If people are coming and they're just doing a lot of gossiping and a lot of negative speech, change the subject or remove yourself. Do what you can to keep away from negative communication. So, things to do during a waning phase that'll make your waning phase much easier. Waning phases. So we're going to start with the full moon first. On the full moon, during the full moon, we all know how stressful people are during a full moon and how many crazy things go on during a full moon. So during a full moon, it's good to kind of stick to yourself. Be by yourself as much as possible. Don't be out too much during a full moon, because there's too many crazy people out there. So yes, it's a good time to relax. Good time to stay at home. Full moons are not a good time to have any surgeries or procedures done. The waning phase is. So after the full moon is a good time for any surgeries or procedures. So that is like the day after the full moon all the way to right before the new moon. Great time to get surgeries, procedures done. Another thing is, during the waning phase, it's the time to start ending projects. It's time to kind of start shutting things down and relax and evaluate what you've done over the month and what you would like to do better in the upcoming month. So take the time to just look back through your journal, or just look back through, your mind if you didn't keep a journal, and think about how this past month has gone and what you would like to do different, how you can do things different, and make sure that the next coming month, every month, we should be trying to get better. Every day we should be trying to be a better person than we were the day before. So, like I said, during the waning phase, it's a good time to relax, meditate, and evaluate. Things not to do during a waning phase. Don't do anything that's gonna cause more stress. We've already got enough stress going on. So it's a good time to be indoors more. It's not the best time for socializing. Of course you can socialize, but going out like to the clubs or going out and doing things where there's a lot of people and there's a lot of possibility for stress and people acting crazy. Shouldn't do that anyways, but during the wanting phase is definitely not the time to do that. So let me see. There were a few things that I wanted to talk about that have, there's just more to do with this time of year. One thing that I have really been, really wanted to get into more and more is seasonal eating. And that is eating the produce that is produced during this time of year. And I always get a little bit more like I need to do this at this time of year because this is a time where cold and flu season is happening. And when we're eating seasonally, the food that grows during this time has got the things in it to help you stay healthy during the season. And it's the same thing during spring and summer. When you seasonally eat, your body is receiving the things that it needs for that season. It's very, very important that we all kind of get back to the way that, our ancestors did things because we are so out of sync with the universe. We are so out of sync. It's horrible. So, paying attention to what grows at this time of year. Of course, the gourds like pumpkins and squash, like, spaghetti squash, acorn squash, things like that. Start including those in your diet because, we take vitamins, but vitamins are man-made, they're synthetic. When you get the real stuff from Earth, it's the best thing to do. And if you go to of course the farmers markets are kind of shutting down because of the weather and things. But if you can go to somewhere where that the produce is fresh from your area, a lot of places, you may have a co-op near you or whatever. Please start getting the things that grow during this season. I just recently went on Amazon and I bought this cookbook. It's a complete autumn and winter cookbook. Because, a lot of times if you weren't raised on a farm, yes, I was raised in the city. And so knowing what grows at this time and what things, how to cook it and all that stuff, I'm like, very interesting. Like spaghetti squash. Yes, I've cooked it several times and I like it. But I'm like, okay, I'm running out of ideas on how to cook spaghetti squash or acorn squash. So last week I just made stuffed acorn squash where you put some ground beef in this. Oh, it was so good. It was really, really good. So yes, try some seasonal eating. Like I said, everything that we need to get through the seasons without getting sick and having to go to the doctors and all this stuff, it's in the food. It comes from Earth. Earth has already got everything that we need, and we keep doing the opposite. So definitely check out seasonal eating. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is coming up April 8th is a total solar eclipse that many of us here in the United States will be able to see. I am very excited about this, and I've been telling people, when you know that there is an eclipse coming that you'll be able to see, meditate and make a wish. Think about what you want to wish about, because if there is any time to make a wish and you think that if the universe is like, hey, on this date, if you make a wish, I'm going to make sure you get it, you should prepare, because it happens at the eclipses. Every time that I've seen an eclipse, we, as our family, have made a wish during a solar eclipse, and our wishes have come true every time. So, yes, I'm telling you, you will absolutely be amazed at how quickly your wishes manifest when you, people go wish on a star, they wish on this. It don't compare to a solar eclipse, I promise you. Try it. This April 8th one, woo, Whew, but you better be ready. Like, get yourself prepared. Do your detoxes mentally, spiritually, physically before you make that wish, because that's what's going to help it to manifest properly without any kind of little weird side effects. Get yourself together. We got plenty of time to start working on ourselves to get ready for this upcoming April 8th solar eclipse. This is a big one because the one that happened back in 2017 and then the one that's coming up in April, if you look at their past, they make a big X in the middle of the United States. This is some really strong, powerful energy. And so, yeah, get yourself together, get yourself right, because this is strong, strong energy. So let me see. I think that's it. I think I'm ready to move on with your horoscope reading. So let's get on with the next part. So Libra, like I said, today is Friday, and here's your tarot card. Your tarot card, of course, is the Justice card. And I have 3 different Justice cards. I always like to show different decks. So hey, if you're interested in any, if you're looking for new decks, I give you a sneak peek of what some of them look like. Here is the Justice card. This one is from the Witch's Tarot. And here's another Justice card. This one is from the Light and Shadow Tarot. I really like this. It's interesting because it has such a deep spiritual energy on that one. It's funny because don't usually get, black and white decks, but that one, there's something about it. Then here we have the Justice card, and this is from the 5 Cents Tarot. This is the 2nd edition of the 5 Cents Tarot. Really like that. I like seeing different decks, things that, like this one. It's not anything like Rider-Waite. This one definitely isn't either. This one is, but the colors of it are just so beautiful. Look at that. So also here I have some rose quartz, which is a very good stone for you Libras because it helps you with compassion. And compassion, you gotta have compassion to have proper judgment, to be to use justice properly. So compassion, and it's something that just helps you. Plus, with Venus being your planet that rules you, Venus is all about love. So love and compassion, very strong. So if you don't have any rose quartz, you should get some, and maybe you should wear some sometimes, maybe as a ring, necklace, whatever. Here we have some amethyst, and the amethyst is always here when I do readings because it just raises the vibration and gets things ready for the reading. Here is the box for the Light and Shadow Tarot. That's what it looks like. Here, I don't have my box for the Witch's Tarot. I put it up somewhere and I can't find it, but here is the book for the Witch's Tarot. So the box looks the same. And then here we have the 5 Cents Tarot. And like I said, I have the 2nd edition. I want to get the 1st edition because I would love to see the difference. I wanted to do a side-by-side comparison. So eventually I will get the 1st edition. But as of right now, this is the one I have. All right, let's move on to the next part. So now I will cleanse the crystals and get them ready for this horoscope reading. I always cleanse the crystals in the incense for your zodiac. So this is, of course, Libra incense. So, of course, with this full moon coming up, full moon in Gemini, as some of you know, I always say when there's a full moon, look back 6 months ago when the sun and the new moon were in that same sign. So back in June, when there was a new moon, if you set your intentions, I feel like these are getting warm enough. If you wrote down or set your intentions back in June, go back and look and see, where you are, how far you've come. Because when the full moon is in that sign, you should see a major shift in like the intentions that you set. And you should see like your answers. You should see something from those intentions or from your goals or from your prayers, whatever you were doing back in June when the new moon was in Gemini. Now the full moon is in Gemini. This is like the moment where you're supposed to be reaping the rewards of those intentions. So go back and get your journals. Look at it. See what you were doing back in June. What were your goals? What were you trying to manifest? Has it, excuse me, ooh, incense. Has it manifested? Are you reaping your rewards? If not, you need to sit down and do some evaluation. Find out where you kind of dropped the ball. What did you do, or what things got in the way of your manifestations? That is very important, because if you don't look back and track what worked for you, what didn't work for you, it's harder to manifest because you're not paying attention of what is working and what's not. And you might keep making the same mistakes if you are not tracking the results. It is very important. Hold on, I need a little bit more of this incense. For some reason it seems to be burning a little slow. There we go. So yeah, definitely, like I said, go back, pull that out, and check it. Where are you now as far as those goals are? What has transpired? Which ones did you get? It's very important to know. I always like to look back, so I always do my new moon readings, and then, like I said, 6 months later I look and I'm like, whoa, I forgot that I even asked for that and wasn't even paying attention when I got it, or dang, I forgot I even did this. I didn't even put no more energy towards it, or somehow I got distracted, things got in the way. That's the only way to really progress. And if you're serious about your spiritual journey and your progress and learning new things and evolving, that is the best way to do it. I promise you. Keep track. Keep looking back. Keep do comparison. Ooh, this one worked, this one didn't. I have 5 different journals. One is for, my dreams. One is only for my readings. One is for the work that I do, if I'm doing any kind of manifestation spells or anything. I have a journal that is specifically for that. It's very important that you keep track of your life. Be your own scribe, because that's just the easiest way to grow and see what's working, what's not, how to move forward, where you don't keep spinning your wheels and finding yourself in the same predicament over and over again. All right. So Libra, here we go. This reading is for Libra and its upcoming wanting phase. Let's see. There we go. So Libra, this time I'd like for you guys to start putting some energy in on this. So, well, I'll say on the count of 3, let the stones fall where they may. 1, 2, 3. Let stones fall where they may. Here we go. So, I'll let you take a look at all this. You kind of got everything on like one side of the chart. Ooh, look at this, right in the center. Well, really almost exactly directly in the center. Is off just a little bit, but this stone right here is Dalmatian jasper. And Dalmatian jasper represents your dependents, your children, or anyone else who is dependent upon you. This stone, I mean, it does include pets if you don't have children. This stone landed where it is like almost affecting all of the bottom lower half because it didn't really go into the top half. It's right here where it's mainly affecting your talents, your self-support, and your insight. So, as your dependents are looking up to you, you're going to need to have, some serious time with them, spending more time with them. Also, you need more structure. Make sure that you are setting boundaries and having more structure, because when we don't have like boundaries, we don't have structure, we don't have schedules and very set things for our children, sometimes, especially at this time of year, things can throw them off. They can get, off balance. They can get a little hectic. Things can go a little crazy, and then they're stressing you out. But if you set those boundaries, you have like certain plans, you have things set for them, you can kind of keep that in control. Because like I said, right now, seeing that where it's affecting your talents, your self-support, and your insight, that's something that's affecting 3 aspects of your life. So your relationship with your dependents is going to play a major role during this time. So it's best for you to set boundaries now. Think about how you want things to go, and like set what you're going to allow, what you're not going to allow. And also, if you have a situation where you, like I said, this time of year, we are all in close proximity. We are all, visiting each other for the holidays and this and that. Make sure that you don't let the stress of the end of the year come between you and your dependents. Set boundaries. Have something where, or if you need to remove yourself, or if you need to separate yourself from a while, you are in a place where you can make that happen. This is important because 1, end of the year. 2, we got all these holidays, and it's so much. Everyone knows the end of the year it's already stressful. So do everything you can to reduce the stress between you and your dependents. Ooh, look at this one. This is good. So this stone is your self-support stone. And your self-support is how you support yourself, whether it's your job, whether it is you have your own business, whether you may be having like Social Security or whatever your form of self-support is. it landed positive in your self-support. So, I mean, there's no better place for this to land is in its own home. So, and it landed positively. So, whatever you have going on with work or with maybe you're wanting to change jobs, or whether you're wanting to start your own business or something, and you got some good energy coming when it comes to your self support. So, that is very, very positive. Yay! I love that. It's going to be different for everybody because everybody's got different situations. But just knowing that this energy is coming, that's great. Here we have your physical health landing positively in your rituals. That is great. So, physical health. So, when you focus on your physical health, eating right, drinking enough water, getting plenty of sleep, exercising, the more that you focus on that and you focus on healing your body, healing yourself, making sure that you're, eating right and all that good stuff, it's going to have a positive effect on your rituals. And rituals are anything that you do regularly. It is not always of a spiritual nature. So, it could be anything. Like, everybody has their different things. Like, we have our, Friday date night. Or, some people, take their children to the park every day at noon. Or some people, their rituals are, hey, I get up and meditate and pray first thing in the morning. Whatever it is, or if you don't have any, guess what? This physical health thing, because it's physical health, it seems like it's going to have an effect on, like, hey, you're going to start a new workout schedule, or you're going to be changing your diet. This is going to have a positive effect on your rituals, and the rituals and the physical health are going to be aligning with each other. So like I said, whether it's how you're eating or if you're now starting a new workout schedule or whatever, this is also very positive. You've got some good energy, and like even with this chamber over here, this chamber is close friends and relatives. And the stones, you have two stones that landed here. Both are pretty positive, but like you can see with this one, it's hanging out a little bit. It's just kind of looking like 60-40 or 50-50, no, more 60-40. This is your destiny. And so right now it is very important that you start to figure out what your destiny is, what you're here to do. Whenever the stone pops up, I tell people, read your birth chart. If you don't have one, feel free to contact me. I'd be happy to help you with your birth chart, making a Know Thyself book, because the Know Thyself book is way more than just your birth chart. The Know Thyself book, it gives you the meaning of your name, what it means to be born, the week, the month, the season that you're born in, what your destiny path is. You get to find out famous people who are on the same destiny path you're on. And then, of course, your birth chart is in there. So right now, with this upcoming wanting phase, it's very important that you focus on what you are here to do. Figure that out and start doing this, because, as we enter into this new year, we all should have a focus of being, we all do New Year's resolutions, or at least we think about doing New Year's resolutions. And New Year's resolutions really should have something to do with your self-growth, your spiritual growth. And a lot of times, we're setting, New Year's resolutions, maybe to lose weight, or I'm going to start drinking more water, or start exercising. But how many of us set a resolution to, find out what your destiny is? Start doing what God put you here to do. How many of us are doing that? I don't think there's many. So this is something that you should start thinking about now, because it has landed here, and it's landed like when you start doing this, your relationship with close friends and relatives are going to improve, because they're going to see, oh my goodness, this person is growing, they're becoming a new person. They're going to be so happy. so surprised that you are changing, you're growing. They can see your growth, they will feel it. So that is very important. And the other stone that landed here, ooh, is your shadow self. Ooh. So, working on your shadow self is going to have a positive effect on your relationships with close friends and relatives. And these two stones landing in the same chamber is very powerful, because working with your shadow self, it really like boosts you knowing what you're here to do, because we are all born with gifts and challenges are not all that bad. Everybody wants to run from challenges. They're like, oh, I can't stand this. But challenges are what make you a better person. When you overcome a challenge, especially one that you're born with, your soul grows. You become a more evolved being. Your soul is evolving when you overcome those challenges. And the shadow self is where those challenges lie. They're right there. And so getting in touch and healing yourself and working through those challenges, you become like so much stronger in your spiritual growth. And it's like your soul gets muscles. You become stronger. Your gifts are able to shine forth. You are able to manifest better, because you don't have those challenges holding you back. So this is really good. And then the fact that both of them are having a positive effect on your relationship with close friends and relatives is also very, very powerful. Because our close friends and relatives, they most of them have been with you, like maybe since the day you were born, or they're the people that you love. They're not your children, they're not your spouse, but they are those next people, those that are like really, really close to you. They've been there. You're very close, you know each other quite well. And having a better relationship with those people you know it's wonderful, because they are like your backup. They know you, you know them. You should be able to call on them when you need help. So you got two stones landing there, and it's supporting your relationship with close friends and relatives. That is amazing. So Libra, those are the stones that I have for you today. This is, like I said, for the upcoming wanting phase, and we are getting closer to the end of the year. I'm going to keep saying it over and over again. Get prepared, because, man, 2024, I want it to be an awesome year for me, and I'm hoping that it'll be an awesome year for everyone. But it can only be a great year if you are doing what you need to do to make it an awesome year. So I hope you have enjoyed this reading. If you have, please like, share, and subscribe so that we can get these messages out to as many people as possible. I'm really here. I want to help change lives. I really do. This is my mission. This is my passion. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.